It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight we begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The kickoff for Seattle.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Stafford now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. That's going to bring up second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's got it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Darnold has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on
You talk about this Rams defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Start with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
And the Rams first down.
They go with Edwards left side to the 43, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Setting up the screen here to Edwards. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game playing on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
First and goal. Rams.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Rams are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Darnold down to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cobb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Seahawks in trouble to start play, 6-8 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on, put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 20.
He'll hand off to Charbonnet. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. This is McIntosh. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Red 80.
Darnold from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
280.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Stafford. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A give for Edwards running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Kobe Bryant, who was there to stop him for a loss. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Over the middle, he's got the hook up to Whittington. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he takes this near the 25.